Well, new footage has thrown light on allegations against US Olympic swimmers in Rio. 4 athletes, including the gold medalist Ryan Lochte, had reported being robbed at gunpoint in the Brazilian city. But this CCTV footage shows the group damaging part of a petrol station before an altercation with security guards. One swimmer appears to rip an advertising plaque from the wall. Police say the athletes lied about what happened. All the swimmers are now back in the United States, and the governing body for US swimming has apologized for their behavior.
They are just witnesses. They didn't do anything, and they didn't say anything to anyone. They didn't speak with any journalists or lie to any journalists. They were just quiet and didn't know what was happening. They went to the police station when they were called, and they gave their testimony. They helped the investigation, and now they've been awarded with being able to go home.
Well, let's go to Rio now and speak to Anelise. Anelise, hello to you. So what else are you hearing about this incident involving these swimmers?
Jamie Fegan has agreed to pay $11,000 to a Brazilian charity to settle the fake robbery case. Fegan, who presented late on Thursday night a revised statement to local police and negotiated for 4 hours to be able to reach that agreement. He said to be organizing that payment so he can leave Brazil as soon as possible. Meanwhile, Jack Conger and Gunnar Bentz have already landed back in the United States after having spent pretty much the whole day at the police station and having confessed that the robbery story had been fabricated. Now, the U.S. Olympic Committee has issued a statement apologizing for what it described as unacceptable behavior of the U.S. swimmers. They say that there was no crime, no robbery had been committed. The U.S. Swimming team, the 4 athletes, had had given interviews saying that they were robbed at gunpoint on Saturday night here in Rio after coming from a party at the French Olympic House. And that story, of course, began with Ryan Lochte, the U.S. gold medalist, who gave interviews describing how a gun was put to his head. And, of course, Ryan Lochte left Brazil before a court here issued a search and seizure warrant and the retention of the athletes' passports. Now, the spokesperson for the Rio 2016 organizing committee, the local organizing committee, says that he doesn't believe any punishment is needed because the athletes will suffer enough from the embarrassment that this story is going to cause them. But Brazilian authorities say they could have been charged with giving false testimony and for vandalism. And many here in Brazil are hoping that there will be at least an apology from the athletes.
Just a bizarre turn of events, Anelise. Now back to the sport, and Usain Bolt's going for his treble today. 3 gold medals at the 3 Olympics. He's in the 4x100 later.
Absolutely. Usain Bolt once again making history on the 200-meter race. He won his 2nd gold here in Rio and his 8th gold medal in Olympics. He completed that race in 19.78 seconds. And if before the race he was seen even practicing some samba moves, after the race, immediately when he crossed the line, he was seen quite upset. And in an interview later, he said he was upset about his time. He wanted to have done better. He wanted to have broken his own record of 19.19 seconds. But he was nonetheless very happy about another gold. He will be focusing on the 4x100 meter relay final later today, and that stadium is likely to be packed once again. Brazilian fans absolutely love Usain Bolt, and they're likely to be there, especially because in February he had said that this will be his last Olympics. He will no longer compete after this. He will compete in the 2017 World Championships, but then that's it. So many more people are making sure that they will be there tonight to see him make history once again, and he guaranteed he will deliver once again.
Absolutely. Well, one to watch. Anelise, for now, thank you.